Among the parallel universes and infinite Earths, there exists a world where Steve Trevor passed the Isle of Themyscira and instead found refuge aboard an Allied forces ship, where a technical difficulty prevented a show from proceeding as scheduled, sending the Wayne family home early, and where the last son of Krypton was yet to arrive. While there are important details, the story about to unfold is the dawn of something spectacular.
All right. This is a Elseworld DC Universe inspired story. We're using the Quest RPG system. Names each player by their or video, and I'm the narrator or game master. Picking up in Coast City. The two player characters here are currently enjoying the beautiful weather here in this part of Southern California, when suddenly this ideal situation is interrupted with a giant freaking space laser that comes out of a ominous gray cloud, plows down and demolishes a skyscraper of notable size, sending shockwaves, debris, and everything out from the epicenter of the blast. Andrew, you and your cousin Fred hanging out by this ice cream shop when you feel the ground underneath you heave and the pressure wave hits you. The yeah, the sound is incredible. There, go.
Um, are we picking up right where we left off last time?
Yes.
Okay, so we're working on gathering everybody off in the into a park area, right?
The
stadium.
Designated place of safety is the baseball stadium. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I remember I had sent my cousin to try and find himself a way home, and I was talking to a police officer and had acquired the backup weapon just in case.
Yes.
So at this time, I'm trying to get people, as many people as I can, again, showing my badge and, just saying, hey, I'm a police officer, everybody needs to get to the stadium. And I'm just, I'm while I'm doing that, I'm looking around, making sure looking to just make sure nobody's being trampled and, maybe that there aren't any kids being left behind or lost also.
There's definitely people on the ground that were in the space as that shockwave pressure passed through, and so there's some people that have could use some help getting up. The people certainly have been caught by surprise, so your out-of-state badge isn't going to cause a problem right now as you instruct people to proceed to the designated safe gathering space. So I'll let you decide how you are going to, if you choose to rather, help the people that are on the ground. While you think about that plan of action, flip over to Don Juan Johnson, pardon.
Don Juan Johnson, baby, what's up?
Absolutely.
So I had a big problem with actually going into the stadium. I feel like this is a death trap to just put everybody in one area when things are falling everywhere. But in general, I will try and get everybody to the general area in question. Like, go inside if you want, stay outside if you want, but just be in this general area. Help out people when you can find them. Guys, if you could find water, point people to a water source, right? I need somebody up to take a look out and make sure that we're all going to be okay. Make sure there's no bad things coming.
Yeah, and the not necessarily your sidekick, but the man that was you sharing the binoculars with you earlier says,
Yeah.
"Oh my," he says, "there's some kind of purple stuff falling from that what now appears to be a ship," and he hands you the binoculars, trying to get your attention. You got to see this stuff.
Oh my God, this is crazy. I just put my binoculars away. This is insane. I can't believe this. The stock markets are gonna go haywire for tomorrow, like an actual alien invasion. What the hell?
So you
Tell
can
me it's
see,
not so.
so yeah, you can see there these sort of shaped like a sunflower, a purple sunflower seed. These things that, I mean, they're large, but I'm just telling you about the general shape of the structure. There's many of these things that are starting to fall down like large rain droplets, and it's not long before you see them actually collide with some of the roofs of some of the skyscrapers that are taller, and bam, 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 bam. They're
They're
not. They're not.
explosions. They're like bombs.
No, no. That's just the impact of them. They aren't explosions. To be clear,
Okay.
they aren't ordinances of that kind. But when as you imagine, you're going to keep looking at where they hit, right? For
Yeah.
the dust to settle. Yeah.
Yeah. What's
As
going
the
on?
dust settles, then you see appendages spring out of the stuff, and then they start to like descend down the sides of the building
It's
with
the
their
war
appendages.
of the worlds. The tripods.
Yeah, it's you wouldn't be wrong to comparing it to an invasion scenario because there are there's a lot of similarities. These things, uh, well, they had that purple casing as they were descending. They now have more of a chromium type of sheen, metallic type surface, and as they're descending down, at this point, you see the uh, the form of a winged gladiator type person. Uh,
This had better be
gray,
Hawkman.
gray, majestic wings, a glinting bronze type helm.
Are there wings on
The
the helm?
Yes,
Does he have a
the
big, gigantic mace?
absolutely, absolutely. So
Rippling muscles?
yes, the Ripleyest.
Boobs or no
Bill
boobs?
Bill's having a
No boob.
fanboy
No,
moment.
No boobs. It's
no boob.
Hawkman!
Yes. So this being from like the sun just captures his descent in on mechanical things descending down the building, and with the mace just bam, just sparks and chitin and all kinds of stuff break off of this. It's pretty freaking awesome as you're watching with your binoculars at this thing happening up in the sky. The we'll pause right there. All right. So Andy, did you decide on your plan of action? You've got multiple people that have, like I said, have been knocked on the ground. Um, let me see. I'm gonna roll real quick. There's actually 3 people that look like they're concussed and aren't getting up quickly.
I'm going to run over to them and try and get them to try and help them. I'm going to do any kind of like little, as being a cop, I would have some kind of first aid training, and I want to at least try and check them with the basics of training that I have in first aid before trying to get them up and just get them to safety. I know concussion is a head bump, but
Yeah.
but at the same time, laying there is not going to be good either. Not when there's people running.
Right. All right. As you're tending to those people, there is a sound of almost like um a drum and a march, a very rhythmic sound that seems to be increasing, and it sounds like it's coming from above you. Do you look up?
Yeah.
Or as you look up, you can see that there are four of these or like spider type bots that are crawling down. Their feet are making that pace, that rhythmic pace as they're in a fine sequence, moving down, scaling down the side of this building towards the area where you are at.
Hmm. Do they look like they're threatening me?
Well, they all have the same type of mm, faceplate that doesn't appear to have any emotion displayed through it. It's mostly like it's a coincidence that the ports or exhaust vents or LED panels kind of just coincidentally line up to make a shape that I could draw up something later. The, but so you could interpret it that this would be the front of this thing, but it's not communicating anything to you via body language or through some sound.
How large are these things?
I would say that they're about the size of a VW bug.
Oh, okay. So we're not talking little things. We're talking sizable.
Yes.
Okay. So this little.
What color are they?
They're like the T1000, that
Oh,
shimmery
little.
Chrome.
metal.
I just
Yes,
started
yeah.
tapping people on the shoulder. Punch buggy chrome. Punch buggy chrome. No punch buggy chrome.
Well, this doesn't look good. I'm gonna start telling people they need to, get away, because I don't know that this pea shooter I have is gonna do much, even if it is a 38 or
Sure.
it doesn't it
The
doesn't it doesn't look like it's gonna do much to these things if they are hostile. And at this point, we don't even know if they are hostile. But they did come down with I don't know, how did he put it in Independence Day? With your attitude and your busted up ship.
right. Well, as you're alerting people to that, suddenly there is a bright yellow energy beam that hits one, and you can see it
Interesting.
like a magnifying glass burns through something at a gradual
Hey,
interval.
go back about 10 seconds and retell from the yellow light because you disappeared for a second.
Oh, okay. So there's a bright yellow energy beam that hits one of the mechanical things that's coming down the side of the building. And so I was describing it like a focused beam of light from when you have a magnifying glass and you're trying to burn a
Mm-hmm.
leaf or whatever. So imagine something like that hits it, so it doesn't immediately seem to do anything to the thing, but then very quickly you can see it start to there's a concave, a warping shape as it slowly starts to become a goopy, like there's stuff dripping off of it. And do you look to see where this beam is originating from?
Sure.
All right, you look up and there is a mostly white mech looking robot suit, and they're on this large mech robot suit. There's a teenage girl that
Is it Stripe?
has yes, right, Stripe and Stargirl. Yes. So
I don't know
you see
Stripe.
That's
I'll
all right.
show you a picture.
Those of us who like women know.
So
Hey.
anyway, so that's what's blasting the this particular mechanol, but there's still three others that are starting to continue their descent down the building.
I'm going to say to myself, but out loud, this wasn't in the book of Revelations.
Nice. All right.
Uh,
Well,
Um, oh no, I guess right now, I assume you're trying to cut away from me. I'm just going to let you know
oh, it's okay.
where my character's thought process is going right now for the time being. Basically, trying to figure out who the good guy is and who the bad guy is, because even if I did know who Stripe Girl was, my character wouldn't.
All right. All right. That's fine. Before you're using, judgment to see who what side before you start
I'm
taking action.
mostly wondering who's good
Okay.
and who's bad, or are they both bad, or maybe they're both good and we're just stuck in the
Absolutely.
middle.
All right. You shall soon find out. Cutting back over to Don Juan Johnson,
The guy who actually knows who these superheroes are. Stripe and Star
right?
Girl. Yeah.
So the
Hey, I
all right,
know
Bill,
who Hawkboy is.
I'll let you respond if you feel
Uh-huh.
okay. So as you're looking up and watching Hawkman
I did get him
kicking ass and
first.
taking names up in the sky, you hear the similar sound as mm, as I described. The rhythmic clicking and smashing of something from up above. The sound seems to be like it's getting closer. You look up with either just regular eyes or binoculars, like binoculars, and it's
Both.
like boom,
Yeah.
it's like in your face because the zoom that you've put in. But
Holy
when you
crap.
put but when you move the binoculars away, you can see it's not actually that close, but it is getting really close. And in fact, it just leaps off and lands down in the street not too far from you.
I start yelling, move, move, move. And then as I'm pushing everybody to move, but not too hard so that I wind up, starting a stampede. Other people do that as his own. I stop and I look back and I look up at Hawkman and I look back at this thing and I look at me. Is there anything on the ground?
There's lots of debris.
Debris?
Yes,
If there's a piece of rebar, I'm going to pick up the rebar. I pick it up, I
absolutely.
turn and I look and I go, unbutton my shirt a little bit. Yeah! Boom! I'll run up
Right.
and hit the damn thing.
So you hit the dang thing, and it actually goes flying back into a building, like
These things don't take
um,
off.
like it was, hit by a train, and you ffeel pretty awesome, and then you
Sure.
hear someone, and then you hear. I imagine I'm not trying to decide how your character feels. Sorry, but then you hear a voice beside you that someone says, "You all right? Is everything okay?"
I turn to look. You're kidding me. It's Hawkeye right there.
No, no, Hawkman's not there. But there is a um very cool looking guy with a red shirt, blue pants, a World War One style helmet with little Mercury style
Jay
wings
Garrett,
on the. Yes,
the
yes,
freaking
and you
Justice
can
Society's here. Holy
yeah,
crap.
and so you can see he's still got his fist punt like that out. So you can kind of imagine that he helped with that last attack.
The 1 mile punch.
Yeah,
So I kind
right.
of look at the rebar pipe. I look at him. I'm like, I, I helped a little bit, right?
Oh yes, couldn't have done it
God help
without
the
you.
Flash.
Absolutely, yeah. And he's got that inverted lightning bolt that goes up on the front. Yeah. All right. And he's going to say, wow, you've got gumption there, kid. Or well, actually, hold on. Is Don Juan older, younger? Well,
um,
like than Jay Garrick? Would he?
early middle age. I'd say like 30.
Okay. Okay. Um, well, yeah, you've got gumption and moxie. Tell you what, um, uh, and he's going to pull out a little JSA official communicator thing, and he's going to say that don't don't get too careless, but keep looking out for others, getting people to the safety zone. And if if you need anything, use this, and I'll get there as fast as I can. And then like as soon as he hands it to you, do you take it? As soon as you put your hands on it, like he doesn't need to hold it anymore. He's just boom, gone. You know, like a blink.
That is so awesome.
So,
All
all
right.
right. We'll pause there and go
I'm a
over
member
to
of the Justice Society.
now, Andrew. You were watching to see how this fight's going. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that there were still three other mechanism or android type things that came down, and the one of them has actually pursued somebody that was running away from it in terror, and two of the limbs that it like four limbs on the front side actually grab the guy by the shoulder or like underneath his armpits, like lift up this citizen up by its armpits. The person's freaking out, screaming, and you can see that there are these tendril things that start to like vine come up from the limbs that he's suspended by, and they start to kind of form a sheet or a film that starts to coat this person, and then he stops screaming, but now is just really twitching in an extremely unnatural, unsettling way, just full
How
body
far
convulsion.
how far away is this from me?
This is the nearby, by the game rules nearby, so you could get there if you moved.
Okay, so if I run over, and you said that these things kind of had like a something resembling a face.
Yeah.
If I were to run up to it and pretty much, because I don't want to risk shooting the citizen, it went point
Mm-hmm.
blank on this thing at what I judge to be its head.
Mm-hmm.
Could I do it?
Yeah. How many rounds do you want to fire into this thing? Like
We'll go with solid
describe this
3.
solid three. Okay. Then for sure the so it's got two LED panels that you could describe as eyes above an exhaust that you could describe as a mouth. So do you want to like aim for each like in the eye between something like that? You know, describe your kill. How?
Um, yeah, we'll go for like an eye kind of shot. Just kind of like get up to it and just pop, pop, pop.
Yeah. Okay. Well, especially at point blank range, the it's a pretty devastating hit, and the LED panel on the first shot really just shatters the shards that go flying, kind of like I don't have you ever broken a window on an automobile? How it turns into that real teeny tiny little
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah. So you've got some of that on your clothes, and and that was the initial penetrating its surface, and then the other two actually get through. And the first one, there's a huge discharge, like what you, I'll say, it knocks you back. And imagine one of those transformers on a pole, that type of boom, loud explosion as you hit some type of energy source inside, and it completely makes it inert. The person was held up about 4 feet in the air, so they're not gonna break a leg but they're kind of definitely hurts falling on asphalt. But
Something
you and
tells
that
me that's
person,
better than the alternative.
absolutely. Um, the film that was starting to cover the arm to section of the person, it sort of flakes off like when you have a sunburn, that dead skin, you can flake that off. That's what it's like. It just starts to slowly fall off that person.
Flakes off.
Yeah, flakes off.
All right.
Absolutely. You know more about firearms, so how I'll let you be the judge of how many you think you have left in the uh, what
It was
in your
it,
supply.
it was a backup, so I'm gonna go with my small gun, which holds 10 rounds plus one, so that's 11. I fired
Okay,
three.
okay. Uh, the and so the in the background you can hear more of that same sound when the light hit the robot at the first time. And then there's kind of a yeah, some people saying like, "All right, go Stripe, go Star Girl," and they have taken care of the remaining two that were down there. The So there's a from a loudspeaker system in the suit of Stripe suit. You can hear a guy's voice saying like, "Thank you." Uh, uh, are you prepared to help out with the getting the rest of these people? Can we leave this group in your care so we can tend to the others invasion?
What all right, am I because I might have misunderstood the way you had set up the game. Would our characters know who the Justice Society is?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I know that they are the good guys, no doubt about it. Okay.
Yes.
All right, then in that case, I'm gonna say, hey, we got this. Go do what you gotta do.
All right. So then, the thrust propulsion system of this mech suit lifts off and goes to another part where his sensors are picking up more of the threat stuff, and Stargirl's staff is able to mm, take her along with Stripe. So you and the people that are there now have, or at least the people that are there now have heard you kind of been given charge of, or you're there to make sure that they get to the safety zone. So now you've got a lot of expected and uh, desperate people looking at you for leadership here.
All right, I'm gonna say, okay, everybody be as quiet as possible and just listen. We're all going to get to the safety zone, which is in that stadium there. And if you see anybody struggling, needing help, pick them up, help them along. If you see children stranded, grab them and we'll help find their parents once we get to the stadium.
Yeah, yeah. You hear some people starting feeling assured, like, okay, yeah, we got this, we can do this. I'm not dying today. Different voices are all sort of chiming in. The collective is building. All right, and so now people are moving with a purpose down, and we'll say
I'm gonna hang back and make sure I'm gonna be the last one in.
sure you're only about a half a mile from your destination. You're doing good. Keep up the good work. All right. Um, Time out there. Go back over to Don Juan. Okay, Don Juan. The You heard what Jake Garrick said, and other people saw and definitely see you with the same regard and respect. So all right, they're like looking at you like, I don't know, man. Maybe we should all like. Do you see people like one person grabs a trash can lid, and another person goes and grabs a like a crowbar that the someone's trunk was open, so they had been digging in the back part to get the tire iron or something. Yeah, like I don't like I let's do this. Let's kick their
Guy must be from
alien butt.
Jersey. I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, we can't go out chasing these guys, but we need to stay here. Safety in numbers. But you're not wrong. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And screw fear. So keep a perimeter. Make sure none of these things get in and hurt any of the women or the children. We got this. I'm ready.
Right. Well, when you say you're ready, you can see a one of those things come around the corner, like it was already on the ground level, and it sees the number of people that are there, and you can see its LED lights starting to strobe or do a thing. And
Pick up a
there's
rock. Ah, first blood,
oh, okay,
baby.
all right, the all right, boom, makes contact, and we'll say that you actually crack the exterior part of one of those LED things. Your aim was true, and
Turn to
the
look at the guy next to me. Softball, junior year.
he's like, nice man, good arm. All right, the one good LED light eye, that if you want to call it that, continues to strobe, but now in a more rapid fashion. The chuck another thing at it, or you're gonna move away, gonna well, what's the plan of action now?
Back up a little bit, but just simply to get my bearing, and I'm ready for it. How far is it?
It's nearby. If you move to it, you could get to it.
Oh, I don't think I want to get to it, but okay.
Oh, I'm not forcing you. Retreat is an option.
I know, I'm joking. No, by all means, let's move towards it. Let's take this damn thing out.
Okay, so then go ahead and first roll of the game. Let's see. Yeah,
About time.
absolutely. The go ahead and roll, and let's see the success rate of your and level
I
of
got a
your
12.
12. Okay, then you are in the complete success range. So the were you going to put out its other eye, but bash off one of its legs? What are
Uh,
you going?
how many legs has it got? Like 6?
Yeah, well, let's go with 6. That's a good number.
Oh, jeez. Lovely. Yeah, I guess. Um, yeah, I'll try and take out one of its legs. Let's see what happens.
All right. You take out one of its legs, absolutely. Just get it at a vulnerable spot, where things are at a joint, and you you can see that the break has definitely given you an edged weapon, and there's also like the electrical component. So it's like imagine a very crude version of what Hawkman has been fighting with up in the sky.
Hmm.
If you so choose to grab
Yeah,
this
by all
broken,
means. I grab this thing. If this thing looks good, I'm taking it out. Pick it up.
yeah. So the the thing that the eye now, which had been pulsing in all the different colors of the spectrum, from like just imagine the Roy G. Biv sequence. Now suddenly it turns to yellow, and its remaining legs sort of extend, so they become long, and so that way its face, because I imagine it was VW size, but you're definitely taller than a VW, right? So
Oh
now
yeah.
its legs extend, or like stilt style, so that way that face now becomes face to face with you, and the um the one remaining eye, and then the port stuff that are there start to move a little bit. What's a fear, or what's something that Don Juan would be afraid of, like either in the animal kingdom, or maybe from fiction that he read or saw? What's
Cthulhu.
something that? Okay, wonderful. All right, so the face starts to, like I said, the T1000 liquidize, and then suddenly you can see into this first very very poorly, but then it starts to come more into view, the face of the great old one, the Cthulhu, and
I should have said
all
strawberry
the
shortcake.
yeah. So go ahead and make another roll to see how well you fight off the terror, or panic that
I
it's
got another
trying
12.
to. Another 12? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. All right. So without like you start to recognize this thing, but you just have either a defiance. I'll let you describe how you are unfazed by this. And yeah, the instrument that you now wield suddenly it had that chrome look to it. Now it's got more of an emerald color to it. And the the instrument that you have, it feels like it's responding to you, or that you are somehow like you can intuit this, that what you are holding is in sync with you.
Let me see if I've got this correct. Are you telling me the shirt is not just lucky, and that in fact,
Yes,
is that my
absolutely.
color?
Absolutely. Couldn't have written it better myself.
You're saying this is my color right here.
Yes, you are. You are, in fact.
It's
You are an
time,
Emerald
baby.
Knight.
It's time. Okay. Okay. What do I got here? I have got.
And you hear, and you kind of hear almost like a. I'll let you describe the voice, but the words are, "You possess the ability to overcome great fear."
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, it's on now. First thing I got to do. Oh man. Um. Okay. I'm gonna do the bedazzle. All right.
Yes, and remind me
That's on
what that does.
page 89. So 4 bolts that do 2 hit points each. But I'm gonna make all 4 bolts hit the same target, and if all 4 target the same one, that target gets mesmerized. So if it survives the 8 points of damage, then it gets has to roll against mesmerization.
Well, I 8 points of damage will be overkill. So you just, oh yeah, just it just turns into like little glitter. You know much you smashed this thing with your power, and so imagine
Thanks,
like a
baby.
like one of those glitter cannons, just poof.
Green sparklies.
Yes, yeah. The arachnid thing is gone, and then there's kind of like a perfect timing, a breeze
Put on
of
my
a
pinky.
a
It fits on my
breeze.
pinky.
Yeah. So perfectly like a spaghetti western or any type of western. There's a breeze, and so there's like a newspaper or there's some type of debris that blows by, and it just creates this perfect scene of you standing there fully. Yeah.
Gets even better, baby. One of the things I picked, page 94. Yeah, page 94. Pegasus cloak. So I can actually bring wings out that'll hover me. Couple of
Oh,
about a meter off the ground.
oh, absolutely. Okay, yeah. There we
Exactly
go.
like my man's.
Oh
Big
man,
green wings.
this is gonna be great. Okay, we're gonna pause there. All right, Andrew, you have and the group that you have been guiding have made it to the gates of and then there's a whole crowd of people that you've got emergency people are trying to organize, or usher into the place for safety. And as that's happening, there's a loud crash, and there's a giant of a man that is wearing a red and blue, so like a red pant leg, blue chest, um, full cowl over his face, and but so this man is like at least 5 stories tall as he gets knocked back into a building, and he's got about let's say he's got 4 of those spiders. One about on his shoulder, one about on his chest, one on his knee, and another one on the other leg on the shin level. So and he's kind of, trying to pry it off of his shoulder. He's got his hands busy dealing with one of those spider things, and you can see he's got kind of you recognize the symbol, that biohazard type of symbol that people have on
Atom
medical
Smasher.
waste. Yes, absolutely.
Hmm. Could I? How large is this dude?
He's all right now. He's about 50 feet tall.
Oh, okay. And he's been knocked down into a building.
He's been knocked back up against the building, so like
So he's still
mansions-
standing upright.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Holy
Just
crap!
The 4 of these things, collectively tackled him and knocked him up against his building. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to. Well, I do have Far Shot and Deadeye, page 54. I don't know what they do, but they sound cool.
All right. I can look them up real quick. But you can describe
What
your plan
color
of
is
action.
Derek?
We'll find out.
I'm white.
Ah.
Black Derek's not here.
Shut up, dork.
So whether those help me or not, I'm going to assume being I'm a cop. I'm a good shot.
Yeah. Okay. So it says far shot. All right. You briefly sharpen your senses, surpassing normal limits. You can make a ranged attack on a faraway target that you can see, even if it is out of range. So that means if you want, you can cash in 1 ability point and help out Atom Smasher with your firearm.
Okay, well, I needed one. It seemed like last time I needed 1 round to take the eye out and the other one to get in there and do the damage. So I've got 8 rounds left. There's 4 of these things. I'm going to do is take out as many of these as I possibly can. However many I could do per round, whatever.
Yeah.
And
well, there are other emergency people with you, so you could either requisition more ammunition after this round, or you could try to get someone to lend you their.
Well, true, but what I have in my hand right now is 8. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to do 2 shots, and again, however many you say I can shoot at per round, whether it's 1 or all 4, I don't know. It's your call. So I'm going to try and like I said, do the double on each one, plop, and then poof, get, one to break it and the other to get in there.
Okay. All right. Be sure and subtract your. Okay. So what you could do is, because your Deadeye says whenever you roll a 20 with a ranged weapon, you can name a specific limb on a creature and hit it with your projectile, and the limb becomes disabled and cannot be used until is restored. So,
okay.
Your far shot means you're going to guarantee a hit. If you can go ahead and roll to see if you also get lucky with a 20 and take it out with just 1 piece of ammunition instead of needing the 2.
Okay.
And then you can go ahead and roll that. Well, you could roll that 4 times because you're shooting at the 4 targets.
Okay. Well, the first roll's a 3.
Okay.
This one's a 7. I think I need a new die. A 2. Oh yeah, I'm not liking this. And a 17.
Oh, okay. So the what's the order you want? You want to help him with the one on his shoulder, the one on his chest, the one on the knee or the shin?
I'd say whatever's getting closest to his head first. Try and get that one out.
Absolutely. Good plan of action. So you take out the one on his chest, so that, and then because it goes inert or limp, he was already fighting with this thing, and now that it's not fighting back, he just chucks this thing and it goes sailing far away. Then you get the one on his chest for him, and it starts to slosh off, and then the 2, 4, 6. Okay, so then you get the one on the shin. You kind of make it spin, woo, like hit it with the way, and it does a very comical splash. And conveniently, there's a dumpster that's not that's right. So you get an extra point for nothing but net as you get this thing to fall in the dumpster. And then finally the one on its shin. All right, so you have used up the last of your ammunition, and then you just get this giant thumbs up from the giant of a man that is grateful. He's not sure who he's thanking, so he's just in your direction, or in general direction, going like this, like thanks.
I throw my thumbs up.
And then he can't really emote much because he's got a full, but the eye portions get wide as he recognizes that you were acknowledging that. And okay. So then he gets up and he's actually going to reach down, put his hand for people to use as a platform and help get people up over and into the stadium to expedite the process. And while that's going on, there's an officer that comes up and uh, comes up to you with a concerned look. Do you have a license for that? Yeah, we appreciate what you're doing, but we can't have people just firing guns with recklessly out here. I mean, thankfully you hit those things.
I turn around, reach back. I'm like, just going for the wallet. Show the badge.
Oh,
I'm not from around here. I'm just visiting, but doing my due diligence.
You say, looks it over. Okay, wow, man. I guess we're lucky you decided to take a trip out here during this time.
Thankfully, out in the country, we're raised around these guns. We didn't fire our first bullet at the police academy.
Speaking of bullets, you doing okay on ammunition, officer?
Turn around, drop the mag. I'm out.
Oh, okay. The guy reaches for the supply that he can share with you, and he says, "All right, I can spare this. You definitely seem like a competent marksman." So, and then at that moment, there's about six of the spider thingies that are starting to, like a mini run of the bull style, from one street, starting to come towards the baseball stadium. And he takes the knee, does the thing like that. He's taking aim and he's saying, like, they're coming right for us.
Nobody trained with a firearm would hold it like that.
Oh, well, I'm just whatever I've seen on TV. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, the message is they're coming right for us.
All right. Well, I'm gonna point my firearm in the same direction he is, and I'll say, wait till they're getting a little closer. Make sure you have a sure shot, and then open fire on these things.
You can, as you're saying it, Tim, you can see on his forehead there's the beads of sweat. That it's not hot enough that someone would be sweating like this. You take this as someone that hasn't been tested, and their reaction is they
All
can't.
right, so I'm holding my firearm like this. I'm going to take my non-dominant hand, and I'm going to go and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. I'm going to be like, dude, you got this. We have to protect these people. This is what we signed up for.
So remember I described that there was the shrapnel, the little flecks of stuff that had got onto your clothing. the color on these things that had been mostly aluminum. So kind of like imagine you had been doing some type of metal work, and all those metal shavings are in the fibers of your clothing. So from silver, you can see that they take on a golden color, and the
I'm the
you
Gold
you
Ranger.
you you put your hand on the guy, so you can feel that this person is in very frightened, is has a lot of anxiety about what's happening, and in your mind you feel like that this is weakness, and that this is something that you can't stand, and that yeah how do you respond to that?
I can't stand the weakness, but
Like it really gets under your skin.
I turn around and I look at the guy and I'm like, come on, man up. This is exactly what you signed up for.
And he's just like teeth chattering, and the veins kind of bulging on the sides of his eyes, as he's just like, I don't know, and the hands doing the quivering, and yeah. So how do you feel about this person having a firearm?
Give me your pistol. I'll handle it. You go with the other people.
Mm, he can't help but hide the relief, and like he absolutely wants to take you up on this offer, but then he feels shame, and that you can see the self-loathing in his face, as he he doesn't want to do this because he's afraid of what everyone's going to judge him for doing this. But yeah, so he's very much not wanting to do it, but he's relinquishing it. He's giving you the gun,
All right, I'm gonna
and
take I'm gonna take the little one
mhm.
in something I would never do in real life, but you would totally see in a movie or a comic, and shove it right behind my belt and my pants down by my ass crack. And then I'm going to take his service pistol, which is not a backup, and I'm going to get that one ready. Way more rounds.
and and so then that ember energy, or glow, a golden glow that was appearing on your chest, it's actually going to make transform into being like a bulletproof vest type of shape, as it assimilates to your form, become like a real form fitting, and yeah. And then the the gun that you have, this one, you get like an extra telescopic um lens made out of this yellow energy that appears on this, and it seems almost like it is uh, like an auto zoom. So it's like fixing in on what you're pointing at, and it's showing you the weak spots, or where to hit this thing and do mass damage. So it's like there's a vent. So think Star Wars, when they're gonna blow up the Death Star for the first time. You've got, yes, like that. Y- yes, you're getting that type of read. Um, this projection onto the gun, all in this yellow energy. Do you take the
Yeah.
well, all right.
Oh, we could we
So
could
just
we could bounce around if you need.
I was like,
If you need to go to Bill, you can.
I feel like yeah, I feel like I've abandoned Don Juan.
No, go
So I'm
ahead.
gonna
Go ahead and switch.
all right. We'll pause there before you take the the shot heard around the world, I guess. I don't know. All right, Don Juan. You had previously just pulled off a heroic feat and more than smashed your mechanical menace, and the people behind you had just gasped or been amazed by what you just did, and now there's just applause, just like, oh my god, who are, dude? I've never heard of you before. What? Are you one of the Justice Society?
Pull up my beacon and be like, yes,
Oh my gosh,
trial member,
man!
trial member. I'm
Oh, they
the
gotta let you in
green
for sure.
ring. But no, I don't have a ring yet. I'm. I have to save people. Sorry, gotta go.
Yeah, and you can fly now, right? Did you seriously use your ability to manifest the wings?
Yes,
Or okay, so do you want to go fly up and help Hawkman, or what's the?
absolutely. Fly up, get a better look of what's going on, and I get but a certain about of it. I'm just looked at it like, oh, that's really high. That's really high. Okay, I'm gonna stay close to the building. My wings don't actually have to flap, but they're there.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, okay. I'm good. I'm good. Don't, okay. Looking down, not necessarily the biggest thing, but I gotta, okay. It's just fear. It's just fear.
kind of like when people are in a swimming pool and they hang on to the outside because they need that assurance. All right, all right. So as you're ascending up and you're going up high, you're able to see now down different parts of the city which had been obscured before by the different buildings. And uh, as you look up, you can see there's a guy out there that's wearing an all black tight suit, and he's got a very close cut hairstyle. And so as he's punching the spider things that are on the sides of buildings, there's just lightning that just shoots off of the the impact from how hard he
So what you're
hits.
saying is be careful not to piss off Black Lightning. Right, Black Lightning. No. What's this guy's name again? Why am I
Black
forgetting? They made the
Adam.
movie. Black
Yes,
Adam.
Black
Yeah,
Adam.
that one.
Yes, yes.
Oh crap.
So yeah, you can see that he's just smashing them, and yeah, it's really uh, just sparks his shower, But he's uh, one way. You know where Hawkman is, and yeah, I was just putting out there in case you had plans to do different things. But if you continue on to meet up Hawkman, you can see that the like one of the legs of Spider Thing has his mace hand, like it's trying to prevent him from swinging that anymore. You're gonna get in there. Nice. Are you? Oh, you're taking a range shot at it.
The bedazzle.
All right. So that automatically hits, right?
It doesn't say, so I would imagine not.
What page is that again? Because I think it's an auto hit like
Page
Derek's.
89.
89. Okay, real quick. Dazzle. You summon four. Yeah, it's like magic missile from D&D. So yeah, you just conjure the four things and boom, boom, boom. So the all right, absolutely. You feel that you have quickly attuned to the what it takes to channel the energy from the object you obtained and send it outward. So using your connection, you do exactly what you did earlier. And when you want to describe them as just like laser blasts, or are you making things out of them? Or?
4 blasts, just like phew, shooting at the same time, but kind of circling around on each other as they're going forward, and it's just phew, like 4 magic missiles just in a row. Brow. Hey, nice.
Yeah, wow, that's good for doing it so quick. Nice, good job, Derek. Well, yeah,
And I've never drawn Jay Garrett before, and I just went off of what I remember seeing.
yeah, that's really cool. All right, Bill. Just as you described it, the projectiles go and hit simultaneously, um, and it's almost kind of comical as they pin, or not really pin, but they smash the body of this mechanical organism into the side of the building off, and the energy comes over Hawkman's shoulder, and just this thing's now a crater in the side of the building, and he looks over his shoulder over at you, and obviously impressed and grateful, and so yeah, he fly just mm, almost like effortlessly floats over to you, and and say, "You wield something that looks like them, but you fight with us."
Uh, I'm totally on your side. Jay Garrett gave me this. Is it cool? I'll hang with you guys.
Well, certainly, if Jay thought to trust you with that, all right. Let's continue addressing the threat, and let's then turn our attention towards the sky, pointing at the ship that's up there.
Further away from the building, huh? Yeah, sure. Sure.
And so at this time now, the F-16s or other craft have been scrambled, and things are hitting the sides of this thing, and it's just straight out of all of our favorite action movies. Amazing combat happening up in the sky. So are you going to, earlier you described it, you hesitated. Are you taking a, a straight
Not ready
path?
for that yet. Not ready for
Not
that
ready
yet.
for that.
I'm gonna make sure the civilians are okay. Fly around,
Okay.
make sure there's not too many of the bad guys, the things going towards them. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so descending, right? To
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as you're descending down and moving, so now s- less of the view that you had is available as buildings are blocking you off, but you just hear this deep voice and follow Shazam, and
Oh
then
boy.
the most amazing sound of thunder, like almost as loud as that energy beam that took out the building. There's a flash, like as if someone took a picture right behind you. It's so dang bright. Obviously, it doesn't hurt your vision because it's happening behind you, but it's like, yeah, the most bedazzling thing, just whoosh, and yeah. Um, I don't know. Do you want to go back and look at what, or just
Yeah, yeah,
keep
yeah, yeah.
going? So you fly back up, and you can see that the guy, which we've identified as Black Adam, has gone up to the side of the building, or not the building, the spaceship. That's what I meant to say. The side of the spaceship, and there's scorch marks. There's just a huge cleave into this thing as some massive impact has really decimated a portion of the vessel. It's just a
That's insane. All right. All right. Black
or
Adam kicking butt, taking names. Okay, just scouting over and seeing what's going on and getting ready to save people.
yeah, and you can see that he was so focused on his singular objective of eliminating his enemy that there's debris from that spaceship, large chunks that could really hurt people, are falling down. So there's four particularly large boulder, size things that are falling down to the city below. Are you going
Oh,
to respond to that?
anytime that these things are falling, also page 94, I took the force field ability up to 10 meters and 20 hit points. And I'll just keep on putting up as many force fields as I can to have the debris fall to the side.
Oh, okay, you're guiding it. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to. There certainly was a uh, let's say a bus that people had been using, riding the bus to try and get to the baseball stadium. That so it was full of people, and you're able to put that covering over, and it spares. I don't know how people can fit in a bus. 20 some people
Hmm.
with your quick thinking. Way to go.
Nice.
All right, we'll pause there and jump over Sal. All right, you were at Luigi's, and the earth shook. Your ears suddenly were assaulted by a humongous noise, and the you've noticed a wave of people running down the street.
Okay.
Sal,
So first off,
go ahead.
huge apologies. I was fast asleep. I do apologise, but
Understood. Understood.
okay. So my first thought is I'll probably call him Lou. I'll say, Lou, hey Lou, get your wife and the girls. I need to get you out of here.
Absolutely.
And while if he runs off to get his family, uh, um, reach behind the counter, pull out like I'm guessing he's got like a short sort of baseball bat, like a short bat behind that he keeps behind the counter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll grab that just in case. I'll say, look, something terrible's going on out there. Cops are sending everyone down to the baseball stadium
Yes.
on Monroe. Grab the kids. Oh, come on, I'll make sure you get down there okay. So
All right.
that's
So just
my first thought is to get him and his family to safety and lock up the place on the way out, just so nobody decides to redistribute his wealth into their pockets.
Yeah. Well, just moments later, the Lou shows up, and how many girls did he have? Do you want to decipher?
Imagine his missus and two girls.
Okay, so they have joined. Now they've got a backpack, bottle of water, then they are ready to follow you. And Luigi, he's trying to be brave for his family, but you can tell that you're gonna be the source of uh, this, to get them through this.
Okay. So yeah, yes, I'd give him a hand to get the place locked up. What's happening out on the street at this point?
At this point, we'll say that you are able to proceed with everyone that was uh, running in the direction you want to go, and
Mm-hmm.
you actually pass and see that there are some half intact but inert. They're like mechanical spiders about the size of a Volkswagen bug, the VW bug.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And like this one you happen to pass is like half melted, and the parts are kind of spilling out of the non-melted
Okay.
part. You can see that the sides of the buildings have these impact zones, as if something was scaling down the building. So you imagine. So I was describing to them earlier that from the ship, these mechanical spider things first ascended like seed drops until they made impact, and then the limbs sprouted out and they mobilized afterwards. Okay,
Gotcha.
so you didn't see that because you were in the shop, but you can
Mhm.
definitely see the aftermath of some of these ones that are destroyed.
I suppose under my breath, I'll look at the bat and go, I think I'm going to need more than this. Okay. I think then what I'll do is I will stick with these guys until certainly we're within sight of the stadium, or until we get to an area where there's enough people being funneled in that direction.
Yeah.
And as soon as I'm comfortable that they're safe, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and walk around the neighborhood, make sure that everybody else is okay. because it's my neighborhood. I want to make sure
Yeah.
people are safe.
You drop them off. You get to a safe space. You start walking down a street to find anyone that might have been left behind.
Mhm.
And so it's an empty street except for uh, some people that you can overhear them saying like, "Yeah, this better get at least 2 years off of my sentence. Uh, I'm over here risking my life. Um, just rubs me the wrong way." And
Okay. Hey, what's you doing over there? Do you want to get out of here?
so this person turns around, and it's it's a guy that's got a wrist-mounted firearm. He's got a long-range rifle strapped to his back. He's got a red monocle that he's got over one eye. He looks over at you and he
Deadshot.
says, "I don't." Yes, yes. He looks over
Okay.
at you and he says, "Hey, I don't know what you think you're going to do with that bat, but you know, uh, yeah,
You
people,
want me to show you what I'm going to do with this bat?
hey, you got okay, hero." And then the other guy says, "Hey, you want to go a few rounds with an Aussie?" And he holds up two
Boomerangs.
boomerangs. Yes, he holds up two boomerangs and he say, before I don't care at this point what I take out, robot or meathead. You're asking for it, mate."
Who you calling me then, right? Huh? Who you calling me? And I'll start tapping the bat on my hand and walking towards them.
And
Just
then
because you got a costume, you think you're tough, huh?
what do you call it?
Suicide
Someone.
Squad.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So then at that moment, you hear someone saying like, "Hey, quit screwing around over there. I need some help." And then you hear what do you call it? Like the roar of some type of monster thing, and then followed by the sound of metal, being rended from around the corner. And those people that you were mouthing off with take off like yokel, and then they go
Okay,
around the corner.
I'll follow them.
Okay, so you can see that there is a woman that has a large number of rats and that have uh, pulled around her,
Hmm.
and they're actually gnawing on the metal limbs of this thing that is approaching her as she's trying to keep her distance. And then not too far off from her, there's this humanoid shark type guy that
Okay,
has
yeah.
actually bitten on the front panel of one of these things, and you can see that it is using its massive mandibles and jaws to just tear off chunks of this thing in a frenzy.
Okay. My first thought then is that may be a bit out of my league. I'll be looking around, seeing if there's anybody else, any pedestrians or any civilians that may be in danger.
One of
Or
the Okay, so the guy that Bill identified as Deadshot is two two
Mhm.
two. He's taking out the one that was hurting, which if you hadn't guessed was Ratcatcher.
Yep.
Um, Coming after Ratcatcher, and the what do you call it? The boomerang guy. Now he says, um, now he sees you standing there and he says, "Oi, getting in our business." Oh, that's not the Aussie accent. That was. Uh,
That was okay. That was
um. Anyways, he's like, why don't you take your Rudy Poo candy ass, somewhere else? All right. Don't need you tagging along.
Hey, this is my neighborhood. I'll go where I like. So if anyone's tagging along, you're going to be following me. Now let's go and see if there's anybody that needs saving. Isn't that what you're here to do? And if
So
you were,
at
if
that
we were,
point,
and if we were back east, you ain't going to talk to me like that again. You hear me, boy? And I'll call
so
him
at that
boy, and I'll point right at him as well.
at that
You're a
like
New Yorker,
he,
aren't you?
yeah, yeah. So at that point, he's got his lips pursed like he's gonna curse you out, and then suddenly his feet get taken out from underneath of him as one of the half now intact spider things grabs onto and like I said trips him, and he's oi, this one's got me, and he's got his boomerang, and he's he's like a shank, stabbing at this thing.
Okay, I will try and hit it with my bat
Yeah. Okay.
if I can.
Well, yeah. So with your bat, imagine like you're coming at it with a sweeping motion.
Mhm.
So it didn't have a firm grip on him, and go ahead and roll and see how successful you are with your swing.
So is it 1d20
Yes.
or 1d20 and looking to rolling high, aren't we, or are we rolling low?
Yes.
Rolling low.
Yeah. All right.
What do we get? I've got 15.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's absolutely a success. You actually golf ball, like imagine you boom knock this thing off of him, and it goes smashing into a wall. The and the part that you hit, there's a little bit that sliver that splinters off of it, and
Okay.
and it actually gets stuck into the grain, or the barrel
Right
of
to
your
the.
bat,
Okay.
of your bat. Like,
Of a
so you've
bat.
got this,
Okay.
you've got this little souvenir from it,
Nice.
and you've also got the, what do you call it, the gratitude of
hmm
this embarrassed and slightly humbled Captain Boomerang. And he says,
You just got your butt saved by a pensioner.
I guess you're all right then, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe,
you wise guy.
maybe you could help be some use to us. All right, so we'll pause there.
Cool.
All right, Andrew, you are now in possession of this golden uh, augmented firearm with the super LED display that
Take the shot.
taking the shot. All right, so
Yeah.
with just one round, you shoot, and bullet time, Matrix, you can see it going, and just like through warm butter, just all the way through. And go ahead and do you have a D6 handy just for fun?
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll a D6.
Got plenty of D6s.
This is custom here. This is by the rules.
I rolled a
What'd you
2.
get? Okay, 2. So then it continues and takes out 2 more just by the sheer amount of that you've put behind this thing. This vroom. It, and then so like and like there's like a parting of the Red Sea, or like air kind of like gets dispersed as that round was projected. And and then those 3 that were lined up just drop, boof, and you've got just the total feeling that you did something uh highlight reel worthy.
Anybody catch that? Y'all saw that, right? I mean, I could have
Okay.
done that anyway, but this.
Yeah. Well, okay, this is 1999, so there's definitely people that have those disposable cameras. They're like, hold on, and you hear the little wee as the mechanical sound of the flash, charging up. Okay, so that was there was I forgot the number exactly. I think I said like 6 of them, right, that were coming down the street. So you took out 3. There's still 3 more that are coming at you. But I'm going to say that the other people that were there, they collectively, you were the first, and so then the other people just pop, 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 pop.
And now
Um,
an onslaught of bullets.
yes, and
I love
the
hearing that in the morning.
yeah, it's like shooting. It's like practice at one of the military bases. So these things just start getting blasted and start pieces just start breaking off as they're moving until they can't move anymore, and boom, the threat has been neutralized. All right,
Out in the
so
country,
now
we call that Tuesday.
the so there's an eerie calm. Doesn't seem to be any more that is coming your way. Adam Smasher has gotten the last of the people. As he gets this last handful of people up over the stadium walls and inside, the rest of the people are able to make it inside. You can see up above in the sky that the fighter jets are hitting just unloading on this spacecraft that's up there. You can
Look
see
up
there's a
in the
couple.
sky. It,
Yeah, if you want to do the whole "it's a bird, it's a plane" thing, but
it's a bird. It's a plane. Yeah, exactly. It's an F-18.
right. Um, so you can see that now the conflict is dealing with the that thing in the sky. Do you want to stick around and protect the people, or do you want to get involved and help up there? Like you inside of you know, like if you point it up, the obviously it's almost impossible to have a handgun hit a target at that range, but that super scope that you've made is showing you exactly where you would hit.
Well, a handgun's definitely not going to hit that range, and you never fire up in the air, except in a comic book.
Well,
Because
sorry, I was just gonna say, like, you if you don't want to leave your post, you could try that, or if you feel like testing the limits of your new abilities, you could try taking to the skies or finding higher ground.
and you say like I know I can fly.
Well, I'm not trying to make decisions for your character, but
No, no,
I'm
no. I
saying
mean, I don't want to meta game either. You know what I mean? I
yes.
just is this something like I feel like I could do if I just willed it?
You feel like you are in possession of an extraordinary amount of power, that you have something beyond the boundaries of mundane life.
Well, this is what I signed up for, man. I'm a police officer. If I can get up there, I'm going.
And how do you imagine manifesting your way to get up there? Are you like a jetpack? Are you talking about wings? Are you just Supermaning it?
Well, I'm just a simple country guy, and I can imagine kind of being like the Rocketeer and having me a rocket pack because
Absolutely. And how appropriate, because he had gold and yellow elements on his house costume.
yeah. So I'm just imagining some kind of rocket pack because what else would a slow, simple Southern country boy think of to get up in
All
the
right.
air other than that?
So let's go ahead, roll a d20 for me, and let's see how well you're able to navigate this new form of transportation
All right.
using just your intuition.
I got a 5.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second, because I know that's a success, but I want to see.
I think I might have
The,
to blow
sorry,
this
not
dice up.
I know that's a failure. That's what I meant to say. That's
No,
two.
you meant to say success.
Okay, a 5 is a failure. All right. So I'm gonna say that I just saw this movie too. Darn it. Um, Okay, in Iron Man 1, when he's testing out his propulsion system for the first time and he ping pongs around, yes, that's you. You immediately, back handspring or backflip style, just whoosh, down.
Well, I didn't
And
roll a 1. Can I
well,
just
that's
go
why
in the wrong direction?
so I'm gonna
Okay.
say, yeah, you launch yourself into the side of the stadium. Ugh.
All
And
right.
go ahead and give yourself 2 points of damage
Oh,
from that.
all right.
Well, wait. Oh,
Yes.
wait. I forgot. You have that vest, so just make it 1 point of damage because you
Okay.
did it, you did have that vest, so there is a degree of damage reduction. Okay. All right. So that was your first foray in trying to take flight. All the people that had been amazed by your sharpshooting when you took out the 3 things now are kind of, oh,
Can I make a little correction? Be like, God damn it, and then try and go forward. Now
yeah,
that
go for it.
all right, you need a roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roll higher. I'm blowing you up. No, nah. If 5
What'd you
didn't
get?
work, that's not going to work. I got a
Oh,
3.
okay. Okay. Well, that's not a catastrophe, but you try and you just have
I have a
one of
bad
those.
die, is what I have.
Well, you got a whole bag, so swap it out.
Okay.
All right. So the setback from this time is instead of going the direction you want, you're gonna go, like you said, backwards. Let's say you had moved away, so that, like, all right, lesson learned: don't stand too close to the building. So this time you managed to not hit a structure, but you have shot yourself back in the opposite direction.
Okay. Let me try and
All right.
levitate. Oh, you skip it? You jumping now?
Oh yeah, I was gonna
Okay, go ahead.
go over to Don.
All right,
All
go
right,
ahead.
Don.
I'm gonna.
All right, Don Juan. The streets are looking pretty clean. The people are have at this point been where they're supposed to be and moving into the place. The You can hear over your head that there's everything and anything left is happening up above. Are you prepared to take that or go that new frontier?
Fine. I'm going to be real careful. I'm going to fly. I'm going to be ready to have a ring slinging parachute save me. All right. And just start headed towards that ship
All right. And as you're headed to
on
that
a
ship,
wing and a prayer.
nice. There's a couple close calls as fighter jets are doing their thing, avoiding
Giant middle
and
finger. Knock it off!
right. You can't hear it, but you imagine there's all kinds of chatter. There's some kind of green goofball, uh,
That's going to be my
flying out of
name.
here.
That's what the papers are going to call me. The Green Goof.
uh, so anyways, you're flying your way up there, and you can see that Hawkman is definitely wrecking like one end and like a pincer move. Black Adam's coming on the other side, just just smashing into this thing. The structure now is smoke, just just sputtering out, and it's starting to take a tilt as thrusters or propulsion parts are starting to fail, and the thing looks like it's now making a descent down towards the city.
Controlled or not?
It's very gradual, but it does not appear to be in control. It's just at a well, I guess controlled would mean like it's not a free fall. So you're
Yeah.
so yeah, yeah. This is a
It's going
slow.
down, but it seems to be, in control of that going down. Okay. I'm going to fly up closer and do my best Hawkman impression as I land on the thing and hold on and kind of perch and just, eagle talons, like grab onto the freaking thing to hold on for dear life. Be like, all right, let's see how far this puppy goes and make sure that it doesn't crash into, a populated area. I'm going to try and help to steer it closer towards the some kind of a body of water.
Yeah, because
So
we're at Coast City. We're on the ocean. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. And well, what do you call it? It looks amazing, and you hear over your head in a over a loudspeaker, and say, "Excellent idea! Give it all you got!" As Stripe lands not too far from you, and he is using all of his thrust ability to also try and move this vehicle. And so then
nice.
Stargirl,
Gonna make my wings get like 4 times as big, like this, and really
yeah,
nice.
and the so Stargirl flew around with the cosmic staff and told Hawkman, because she doesn't want to piss off Black Adam. It's just like, okay. Well, this thing's going down. We need help trying to get this thing to out of the city space. And okay. And so then the two of them also now help, and you're able to get this thing just a short distance from the beach. Just bring it down in there. Ending and what do you call it? So then the ground troops now have all been mobilized to protect the beach. As you, Stripe, Hawkman now are on this structure. You want to go
Gonna
through and
I'm gonna fly off and well, not fly away, but like fly off of the this Hulk and move to the sides and start kind of scoping around and looking. We're gonna try and make a light appear to kind of brighten up any images and see, any doors, windows. Can I see inside any little green men? They'd probably be friends.
did Don Juan ever watch episodes of Star Trek?
I would say, yeah, probably.
Okay, there's definitely what look like where the type of doors they have in Star Trek. There's those type of panels in this in a hallway type. Yes, in a hallway. The doors are currently closed, but I'm just letting you know that you're illuminating down a hallway and you can see that type of structure or those structures.
Okay. Rings don't typically make sound unless it happens to be something that kind of goes with the character. Mine's going to start making a whirring sound as I walk
Okay.
down this hallway, zzz, like the sound of a Gatling gun moving
Oh,
but not
nice.
firing yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a slight, yeah.
Say you pass by a door and there's proximity sensor that tells it to open up. You see inside. Doesn't appear to be anybody in there, but there are some screens that are flashing. It's in a language that you don't recognize, but there's definitely nice. Yeah, there's
It is a mag light.
definitely
It'll hurt.
the type of urgency, at least in what's scrolling across, and the that gives you illusion of like panic, that type of attention, those type of
Red
but
alert.
like I said, yeah, that type of stuff. And then
Okay.
so that's one room, and you want to look down the hall further.
Oh yeah. Let's look
Oh,
around until something jumps at me. I'm gonna call on
okay,
the radio. Guys, I'm in the ship and I'm looking around.
and you hear the familiar voice of Jay Garrick saying, "Oh wow, they brought it down. I'll be right there." And then like at least a second delay. At least a second delay.
A whole second before I feel
Yeah.
the breeze on my hair.
Yeah. Woo! And it's like, all right.
Took you so long.
And so he's going to say, okay, if you got this this hall, I'll proceed to check down another wing. Stay in radio communication. And bing, just, disappears. You look down, imagine as you're walking down a hallway, another proximity sensor opens up another door, and you look inside that one. And inside this one, there are the really, really old school computers that used to use the vacuum tubes.
Yes.
Yes. There's one of those looking machines. So in the first room, very, very ultra modern, futuristic type tech. But in this room, this is, the pioneer machines that of computing, this technology in there. I'm not trying to rush you through. If you want to take longer looks in the rooms, but be my guest. But
Looking
that
for anything pertinent.
okay. So if you actually look in this place, they in this room there's drawers that have those punch cards with the holes punched out for computing the way they used to
Yeah,
do it.
this was old school before floppy disks. Holy crap.
Yeah. But aside from, I don't know if you know those programming languages. Like if you studied the card, obviously there's something programmed into there. But
I don't. My
that
character probably wouldn't.
okay. So you can leave that room and you move down the hall, and same thing. Door swooshes open, and you look in this one, and this room has the I forget what they're called, but the slightly more modern or modern computers that had the terminal, the green flashing letters, and it was like a monitor and keyboard all built into one. Uh,
Yeah, before
yeah,
Windows 3.1.
yeah, that type. So there's those type of computers that are there, and on those screens, um, it's 0 1 1 1
All
0
binary.
1 1. Yeah. So which I've written down the binary codes, but I can give them to you later out of game, so we don't waste time in game. But anyways, there's binary on the screens. There's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 screens that each have.
Give it to me real quick. What's the binary code?
Okay. The very
Real
first
quick.
screen had 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. Last line 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0.
This is 3
Those
different lines?
those are 1 2 3 4 lines.
4 lines. Oh, crap. Okay. I'll figure this out later. It's just numbers.
Yeah. Um the so uh, that block is on the one screen that in particular. Okay. Um you reach the end, so now there's one doorway that you can walk through, and when you walk through that one, this one opens up into a much larger space. Like this is the center of this thing, and there's just wires hanging down, sparks. It's pretty hazardous as stuff is exposed. Inside, you can see that there is a console chair type thing that has a bunch of tubes. Like something could sit in this chair and um control everything, but there's no one in this chair. But nonetheless, that's the scene.
I'm going to call in the microphone again. Hey, guys, everybody who can hear this, I'm going to try and see if I can't grab the other 2 people who are, the other players also. Anybody who can hone in on where I'm located, the Flash and I are here, and this is, I think this might be the control center of some kind of a powerful alien force. We might need some help here.
All right. The excuse me, sorry. Let's say that Stripe, because you're using the JSA communicator, right? Right.
Yes.
Stripe saying, all right, if it's tech, I may be of help. I'll be right there. So he's coming in, and so and the time it takes him to get there, we'll pause and we'll go revisit Sal and his adventure. Okay. So Sal,
Hello.
you and the Suicide Squad were cleaning the streets of
Hmm.
the remaining trash that decided to try and make lives difficult, right?
Of course.
And so,
Hold
uh,
on. There we go.
so pardon me for trying to fast forward so that way we can get to the wrap up. But we'll say that you and the Suicide Squad do a fair share of kicking butt and taking names as
Hmm.
you proceed through the streets, and you start to develop a rapport as they recognize your ability, and ask you some like, where'd you learn to fight like that type of dialogue, and do you feel comfortable talking about the, because like I know you the player aren't
Hmm.
so versed in the DC lore, but Sal the character will definitely know that these are criminals that are being forced to fight for good in this. So I guess there's some camaraderie there.
There is some. Yeah, I think for him, it's he'll recognize them as kind of kindred spirits, as he were, but still a bit cagey about his past. So just I can't talk about that. It's family business. That's probably about the most he'll say.
I think
Um,
Deadshot will look over like the catch what you mean by family business,
mhm.
because he's used to taking contracts for different organizations. Okay, all right, yeah, and you kind of
um, yeah, yeah, that kind of thing. That's probably hopefully that'll be enough for him to go. Yeah, he's on our side. Although, as I said, I'm fully expecting lots of get out of here, Gramps. What the hell are you doing here? That kind of thing.
they
So obviously, I've got my bat. I suppose I have to ask this thing that's stuck in it. What
mhm.
what 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 color is it?
Well, at the moment it's a chrome type of color,
Okay.
but so when you first obtained it, it was a chrome type of color. But as you've talked with them and you've heard how and you've witnessed them do some good deeds, but you've also heard them talk about the intentions or what they'd rather be doing and all that
Yeah.
sorts of thing. You kind of see how they the good and the bad, so to speak. So
Okay.
now,
Yeah. So
so
they're doing good, but they're doing good with a heavy hand, basically.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so as you hear this, the that sliver that you pull, or did you pull it from the bat? Like you want to hold on to it, or like no?
Um. At the moment, I've got no reason to. I mean, with it embedded in the bat, does the bat feel any different?
Not necessarily. I was just going to describe the change based on where it was at, where it is. So like right now, you've like some people would put a nail through a 2x4 and use that as a
Yeah.
improvised weapon. Yeah,
Yes.
you've got a spike sticking out of your bat. Yeah.
Uh. Well, if it's serving me, if on our trawl through the city, it's been doing me good where it is, I'll leave it where it is for the time being.
Okay. So then that you've noticed as you've been fighting with it, instead of the chip losing some of the material as it's come in contact with things, it seems to be growing. Like the spike seems to be slightly larger as it's amassed whatever it's been
Okay.
bludgeoning through and coming through. And you also notice that the color has shifted from the being silvery metallic to now having an indigo hue, as it is the longer and subtle, but now it's very much like a navy uh, in color.
Okay. Nice. Okay. As I said, for the time being, I'll stick with them, helping out where I can. Still a little bit daunted. Um, Again, probably.
So then they. Oh, go ahead if you want to keep. If you want
Oh,
to.
no. That's it. No, please carry on. Carry on.
I was gonna say that about like I said, about this time you cleared stuff out, and you hear these squad get a communication in earpiece that they are clear, or that they're going to be evacuated. They're they've been thanked without being thanked,
Right.
by by the voice that you don't know, but yeah. So anyways, so then they're like, all right, I guess this is where we leave you.
Is that it? You just
And
gotta go? And there's still people that need help here?
well, that's what they, and Captain Boomerang, who's been salty with you, is gonna say, I guess that's why they got you, huh? Looking out for them.
Yeah, I guess it is. Get out of here. Go back to England.
He's gonna smirk, like, and then have a boomerang, like, kind of like pointing at you. You're asking for it, pal. You're asking for it.
You want me to stick that up your ass as well, boy?
Oh, I'm gonna find you, I am, and you're gonna
I'm right
be
here.
sorry.
I'm right here.
So then a helicopter, comes over, drops the ropes, and he's just like, just you wait, just you wait, mate. And he
Hey, you're
grabs
the one
onto
walking away. You're the one walking away, boy.
If I didn't have a bomb in my bloody neck, or no, not in my what is it? In my booming. If I didn't have a bomb in my blooming neck, I swear I'd take your head right
Yeah.
off.
Keep walking there.
Yeah. So then they get taken away. All right. The so Sal, there may be a few people that you hear, some voices. There's some rubble. Like, can anybody hear me? Help! I'm buried over here. Help me out! Anybody out there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'll rush over. Where are you? I'm looking for anything. I'm looking for like a hand or something popping up out of.
So there's no visuals, but there's definitely sounds. You can hone in
Okay.
on where this is, and there's like a large slab of a wall that has uh, fallen over, and a bunch of other smaller pieces that are more manageable.
Okay.
And the,
I'll. It's all right. I'm here. I'll get you out. Is it just you? How many of you are there under there?
say, there's two of us. Yeah.
Okay, so it's got
We're
the
trying.
walls kind of.
We're pushing as hard as we can. We can't get this off.
Okay. I will try. For my age, I'm still in pretty good shape. I'll
You
try
got
and
something
get.
that you can. Yeah.
That's
You
yeah.
got something
If
you
it
can
looks
try
like I can try and lever, get some kind of leverage to lift it up.
Absolutely. All right.
Yep. So I'll stick the bat underneath and try and.
All right. Perfect. As you do that, you can use the spike as a way to get an extra hold on
Yeah, get it in
this.
extra. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to try and
And
get the leverage on it.
and as you're doing that, then you notice that you feel empowered. There's an extra umph in you, like you had more than just one bowl of Wheaties, and you or whatever the equivalent is over. But you know what I'm saying. So you feel like this is far less challenging than you'd expected. You get this thing up, and you can see the dust covered faces. There's eyes peering out at you, and there's these two people that are under there, and they're like starting to stick their hands out as they're trying to pull themselves crawl out from underneath.
So I suppose if I've got it up, if I can, hold it up with one hand and then kind of reach in with the other and try and help pull them out.
Okay, you're successfully getting somebody out. Go ahead and roll and see how difficult it is to get the second person out.
Okay. I've got a 12.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's a success. 1 second. Yes. Okay. Success. So you get this person out, and there's no danger of the stuff falling on them. You're free now to let mm, the
Yeah,
wall
I'll
go,
tell
and you
them
don't have to pry it.
to keep telling them, get back, and then I'll sort of jump back and pull it out behind me.
All right. So before you let that stuff go, you can see that there's some unopened DVD boxes that were under
Hmm.
the wall. Um, Now, the store or the structure that this wall was next to isn't an electronics store. So it's
Right.
not likely that these DVD boxes came from where they were or shortly where they were buried. But
Okay.
you've got two grateful people that are standing there.
So you been out shopping, boys?
What do you mean? Oh, I don't know. What makes you say that?
In fact, if I can, while they're still trying to, I'm still holding up the wall. Actually, is this, if I
Yeah,
may? I think you
yeah.
left something. Maybe you want to go back for it, do you?
They, lean to peer over. Oh, that's not us. No, I don't I don't know where that came from. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if it would apply in this situation, but I do have size up as one
Yeah.
of my talents, if I may.
Do you remember what page that was on?
Yeah, I've got it in front of me here. That's on page 37.
Okay, 37. Just so I can know what you're talking about. I'm on 37.
Well,
Just tell me what you want to do. We don't slow things down. Tell me what you want
sure.
to do.
I'm just making sure within my mind that these are looters and
Yes,
that,
yes.
yeah,
In fact,
cool.
you've got a vision. You can't explain this, but you can see that how many moments ago they were running from a place away with the stuff, and because a 50-foot tall man fell on a building, that this debris trapped them or confined them to this space coincidentally until you came along. So you just had this vision of like you were there witnessing it. Obviously you weren't there, and
Okay,
the spike that kind of has a glow, an indigo glow that was illuminating from it, and
gotcha.
you have an intuition that that it may be responsible for your information.
Okay, so are you sure? You sure you don't want to go back for it?
I No, we're good. We're good. Hey, live to fight another day, right?
Yeah, yeah, but make sure you keep your fingers to yourself in future. I'm going to know about it, and I'm going to come and find you. Is that clear?
Of
And I'll
course,
just
yeah,
look, I'll just
right,
catch him straight. Yeah, you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
Okay. We're cool. We're cool. All right.
We're
Uh,
cool. You're cool.
yes,
Okay, good. So you and your buddy there, you get your asses over to the stadium, and you stay there, and you have a long think about what you've done here. Because if I see you doing this shit again on my watch, you're gonna know about it, and you and I are gonna have words. Capiche?
yes. Like two dogs between their tails. They look completely humbled and absolutely just like one slaps the other guy in the shoulder, like, "Come on, let's go." Yeah, all right. So they get out. So
Okay.
then, brilliant. So we'll say that things are clear. You pass through. You don't have to have another incident like that. Just minor things like someone maybe was calling for a dog or a cat, and that didn't take too long to find them. But you make your way to the baseball stadium.
Hmm.
Um, as you get in a close proximity, you the spike in your bat you feel it almost like a Have you heard of a dowsing rod?
Of course.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
it
so it's
feels
starting
like
to drag me off into a different direction.
you feel like it compelling you to go towards a direction, and
Okay.
Andrew, similarly, you've got like this feeling in the back of your somewhere, like an extrasensory sense that something in the let's go with the west, something in the west or approaching from the west begs your investigation. So
My spider
you can
senses are tingling.
right, right.
The Andy
So
tingle.
so so then passing through people, eventually you get within so many feet. Your eyes kind of meet, and there's the that sense that told you, or in your case, that dowsing rod feeling pulling you, lets you know that this is unmistakably the source of what I am suspicious or curious about.
Wait, did you say our eyes meet?
Well, I mean,
Is it like
not
in one
in
of those take my breath away kind of moments, or is it like a
Oh,
yeah, the latter. Definitely. It's
okay.
just like if you were in the mall and you're trying to meet your friend and there's a whole bunch of people, it's like, dang it, I told him to meet me at the whatchamacallit place where
Yeah.
there he is. That kind of thing, you know? Yes. Okay. So you're able to you definitely are certain now that
This
the
guy's got
source.
some.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not
Right.
you, is it? You're not responsible, are you?
I'm assuming I've recovered from my mishaps, right? From my bad rolls.
Yeah, you've come off of the whatchamacallit, and you watched the ship go down into the ocean. So it's it's not an issue anymore.
Oh, okay.
The yeah, that resolved itself. All right.
Oh,
So then the we will pick up next time with you two figuring out how or why you feel
They seem
connected,
to be, yeah, they seem to have been drawn together. Yeah.
and else on the other side, Bill, Don Juan, and the Justice Society have found are aboard the invading vessel, and
So
we'll
it's
figure out
not
how they.
it's not Don Juan and his Justice Society, or at least not yet.
Not yet, right? Yeah.
I'll have to find a captain's chair.
oh, jeez.
I'll call myself Captain Lantern.
Right. Absolutely. Well,
Oh man,
again,
and see, I went
go
and
ahead.
changed. I went and changed my dice. I was gonna let I have my Gary Con dice.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna let the spirit of Gary Gygax decide from now on how good I was rolling.
I can only get better from your previous rolls.
Yeah.
All right, end the stream.
Yeah. Again, this was a DC Elseworld inspired story using the quest system. Got amazing players, Bill, Derek, and Zadram.
Eventually.
Yeah,
Max.
absolutely.
Max.
Okay. Well, hope to see you next time. See ya.